Holocaust Memories Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. War Criminals Who Escaped Justice. Part 4. From the end of the war until the late 20th century. Franz Stangl. As the commander of Treblinka and Sobibor extermination camps, Franz Stangl was one of the most murderous Nazi officers in the war. He escaped via a rat line which brought him directly to the Vatican, where his presence was kept secret from the Allies. From there he went to Syria, then ended up in Brazil, and was tracked down by Seaman Wiesenthal and put on trial in West Germany. He was sentenced to life in prison and died in 1971. Dr. Aribert Heim. Often referred to as Dr. Death and the Butcher of Mauthausen, Aribert Heim was one of several SS doctors who enjoyed torturing prisoners and performing horrible medical experiments on them. One of his favorite procedures was removing organs from a person without anesthesia. Another was injecting toxic chemicals directly into the prisoner's heart to see how long they lived. He was also known for killing people with beautiful teeth, then cutting off their heads, bleaching their skulls, and sending them as gifts to other like-minded doctors. Despite being arrested and interviewed in 1945, he was released, then opened a private gynecological practice in the German city of Baden-Baden. In 1962, the Mossad made a failed attempt to kidnap him, after which he ended up in Cairo, Egypt with the aid of a rat line, changed his name to Tariq Farid Hussein, and converted to Islam. Despite several investigations into his past and attempts to find him again, Aribert Heim remained hidden for many years until his death in Cairo in August 1992. Helen Mirren's movie The Pledge, which was about the attempted capture by the Mossad of a German gynecologist who was known in the story as the fictional Surgeon of Birkenau, is loosely based on the near capture of Dr. Aribert Heim in Baden-Baden. Erich Koch. In 1922, Erich Koch was a man with a keen business mind who used his talents in land use, agriculture, and road construction and became the 90th member of the Nazi Party, within which he quickly moved up in the ranks. By 1933, he was the Oberpräsident of East Prussia and continued gaining a lot of Hitler's attention. When the war began, he became the Reich Defense Commissioner in East Prussia, and after the invasion of the Soviet Union was named Reich Minister for the occupied Eastern Territories, a post which gave him control over the Gestapo and all local uniformed police. His power now extended to an enormous land area composed of Germans, Poles, Belarusians, Ukrainians, and other nationalities, all of whom he ruled with an iron fist. Many historical records report that he was one of the most brutal and murderous leaders during the war and was responsible for hundreds of thousands of deaths. He somehow escaped arrest after the war and lived freely in Germany until the British detained him in Hamburg in 1949. The Soviets were certain that he could lead them to a stash of very valuable stolen artwork and demanded that he be handed over. But in 1950, the British released Koch to the communist government in Poland, where he was put on trial in 1958. He was convicted of planning and carrying out the murder of as many as 400,000 innocent civilians and was sentenced to death in 1959. This was later reduced to life in prison, and at the age of 90 he died of natural causes.